Welcome back, folks, to Shovel Knight. It's been about a month since we recorded the last part. So lots of things have transpired since then.
Yeah, and I have to eat my words. So E3 happened, and I said something about there never being another, like they're not going to announce Metroid. And, they totally announced Metroid.
And we got a Kingdom Hearts trailer drop. Can't get away from that one.
Yep, and it will still never come out.
They're saying 2018.
I don't know, man. It seems like that game is maybe coming out at this point.
I'm sorry, Will. I will have grandkids before that game comes out.
Jordan, if it comes out in 2018, man, like that's a lot of people are going to be eating their words.
I think that game comes out in 2019.
Yeah, I think 2019 is realistic, but if it comes out 2018, I'll be very surprised.
I don't know, but
happy.
I just cannot wait for that game to never come out.
I'm telling you, man, I think there is there's a chance of it coming out like holiday 2018. I mean, like December 31st.
Okay, well then, what are the chances?
Slim. But I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance.
I think there's a chance. I agree.
I don't. I used to be a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I've been through the ringer ever since 2.
Well, because there's more.
I know.
There's more, like, there's so many spin-offs compared to the main story games. Like, holy crap, there's like, what, 10 spin-offs?
There's like, and like what, one of them actually matters?
I mean, I would say they, well, once you get to Dream Drop Distance,
let's just not, let's just not with the spin-offs.
No,
let's not start talking about the Kingdom Hearts canon, which is stupid and over crazy, and I don't even know. I can't even speak real words when I talk about it.
But Dan, we need to discuss the relevance between the nobodies versus the heartless versus the
let's just please not do
inverse.
Well, you know what? I predict that Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out in 392 over 8 days or whatever that title was.
Jordan,
dude, that means it's gonna be out by like holiday next year.
Well, no.
So I don't know. Okay.
Oh god. That game was so freaking pointless, by the way.
392 over what, 3 days or something, 2 days?
I don't know, whatever that game was.
Hold on, I just want to be able to internally prepare myself. Is this what we're doing this entire episode? Are we just gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts shit?
I mean, we can't. The elephant's in the room.
Listen, I might just leave if that happens.
I wouldn't blame you. I don't even know where to start with the Kingdom Hearts series. It's just, the biggest problem is that there's just too many. They've been focusing too hard on spin-offs. Where's the main game?
To be honest, it's been so long since Kingdom Hearts 2. I just fucking forgot what everything in Kingdom Hearts is about now.
That's not the only problem.
It's like to the point that, like, if they come out, that's great and all, but I still have no clue what's going on. It's been way too long.
Well, Jordan, like, even if you played the game, like, on the PS2 when it first came out, it doesn't really matter, because unless you played the Japanese version or the final mix that came out after the fact in North America, like, you're missing really important story points.
That is true, but it's like, when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I understand, like, this does this, and this happened because of this, and all this other stuff, and, this happened, and now I'm just like, what the fuck is this game about?
Well, it was fun. It was fun at the time because, back then, everyone thought, oh, wow, Square Enix really has this, all plotted out. Like, it's gonna be great by the time they get to 3. And then you get to Dream Drop Distance, and it's like, these guys don't have a clue what they're doing.
This is how I felt about Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, I played that game when I was like 13 or something, and I played it like so many times, and I was like, yeah, I understand what's going on in this game. And I watched a replay of that game recently, where I actually understood what was going on, and I was like, oh, I had no idea what was going on when I was 13. I just thought I did, but I really didn't. Oh, good try, Will. Good try.
I tried to save it there.
That was noble.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, Dan, if you want to stop talking about Kingdom Hearts, let's talk about Metroid.
So there's really not much to talk about in terms of Prime 4 other than that it exists, potentially. And I think Samus Returns looks bad.
Yeah, and that was actually really disappointing to me.
Yeah, I think who was it? IGN did a preview of it, and they were pretty happy about how it felt, like how the game played. But that's about it.
Are we talking about Samus Returns?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking Samus Returns. Yeah.
I watched the reveal trailer and the gameplay trailer, and I just like looked at it. I'm like, this is disgusting.
It looks
I just think it's like a bad. It's just a bad. And like this is fucking. E3 was a while ago at this point, but like, I just think like it's a really bad year to come out with the Metroid 2 remake. Like, I get that Nintendo would like to believe that AM2R doesn't exist and like doesn't consider it official, which for good reason it's not. It's a fan-made game, but like, at a certain point, and I'm sure Samus Returns has been in development for longer than maybe not longer than AM2R has, but like. It's not like AM2R released and then Nintendo was like, oh man, we gotta make our own Metroid 2 now. Like, that's not how development works.
Yeah.
But it sure seems like a bad year to come out with that when not searching very hard on the internet will give you a remake that is like a little bit closer to the original thing.
Yeah.
And it is really, really good on its own right, also.
They missed the boat, and they also didn't handle the AM2R situation well at all from like a PR standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, my thoughts is like, okay, for Metroid Prime 4, like, I was actually disappointed on it for a few reasons. It's like, it was the biggest thing that sort of made me gasp during Nintendo's E3 trailer. I'm like, oh my god, and then it's like, oh, no gameplay or no trailer, like whatever.
Yeah, no,
okay.
just a logo. That's all you get.
Yeah, and that's what sort of killed it for me. But also, Retro is not working on it.
Yeah, that's
And I know like the people who worked on Metroid Prime are probably off doing better things or other things, like, but it's like, it just seems sort of wrong not to have Retro at the helm of that.
I mean, it's at least, okay, I will say a couple things. One is that it seemed to me like people don't really like Metroid 3 very much, and that's a Retro game.
sorry, Prime 3?
Metroid Prime 3.
Wait, what?
It seems
why
like
don't we like Prime 3?
Corruption's solid.
that game was not super well received, I would say.
What?
At least in
it was
comparison
totally well
to,
received.
especially the first one. Like, it seems like that series kind of had diminishing returns critically.
As far as I know, Metroid Prime 3 was critically received.
Yeah, it's got a 90% on Metacritic. Wow, IGN gave it a 9.5.
Yeah, the only one
IGN,
that
come on.
wasn't critically received was 2.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
two
maybe
was
okay, maybe I'm
the
confused
trouble
then.
one.
True. Okay, never mind then. But, okay, fine. So, listen, but I guess that's just to say that, like, Retro made a Metroid Prime game that people don't like very much. You know?
They
So I
redeemed
don't know how much.
themselves on 3.
And also that the team is, like, put together by the producer of those games, which, again, he's the producer, he's the deadline guy, he's not necessarily, like, one of the creative people, but, like,
That actually worries
that's
me.
got to count for something.
Well, not really because the producer, the producer on Prime 4 is Sakamoto, and that's a problem because he is kind of responsible for Other M.
Again, it's weird because again,
And
it's
he
the
also wanted to make
producer who is
Metroid Prime
not really-
uncanon in the first place.
Well, yeah,
Right,
because
but,
it wasn't
yeah.
his project. He really had no love for it.
Yeah, so I'm actually very worried about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say having any emotions at this point other than, hey, that's a game that's coming out, is foolish because you know nothing about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Well,
But,
it's great that Nintendo's at least looking at the Prime series again. I mean, they've completely botched their attempt at going back to the 2D classic.
I don't think that's
genre.
necessarily a good thing because, like, when it comes to Metroid Prime, they finished that story down pat on 3, and there's sort of nowhere to go if you want to keep the sort of focus on the actual Metroid Prime, unless you're in Metroid Prime 100 where the Metroid Prime doesn't even exist. Or even Metroids don't even exist. So, like, it feels kind of like, you could have done something or even just made, like, another, like, first-person Metroid sequel, but you just called it Prime, queued it in as Prime 4.
I mean, I think you can call a thing Metroid, like, knowing nothing about Metroid Prime, really, and not even knowing that that game was named after a creature within the game itself, Like, Metroid Prime is a cool name, and I don't know.
Oh crap, where did this come from?
Oh, right, there's a game in the background. So Tinker Knight's first phase is pretty jokes before he goes all Gundam on your ass. But fun fact, I've never done it myself, but apparently if you use the special gear item you collect in this level, it's a one-shot on Tinker Knight's first phase. So here's your speed strat fact for the day.
Cool. Wow.
Tinker Knight. So I watched One Punch Man recently, and Tinker Knight really reminds me of a character in that show.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That is that guy who just like makes stuff.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of, like, I guess one last thing to say about Metroid, I'm not hyped for Samus Returns at all.
I think I'm probably not going to play that
because of
game.
the reasons you guys said, which was made by the Lords of Shadow people. Because I have no sort of reference to that game. My biggest problem is I looked at the trailer and stuff like that. I'm like, why does Samus have a melee move? Why does she have a machine gun? Like, that just ruins all the tension of this game.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, I think it's totally fine to give Samus like new moves and new skills, and that's cool. But I do think that game seems like it's going for some flash and pizzazz in a way that I don't really like very much.
Yeah, and it's like, it just sort of ruins the atmosphere. It's like, oh, you're not just a vulnerable bounty hunter on a hostile alien planet. You can punch things.
Yeah, it's got like an Other M sort of anime-ish thing going on to it that I'm not super crazy about.
Bothers me.